Hello, I hope that you're enjoying this fabulous, glorious day. If it's not, it can be, and we could talk later about how to shift that around. One of the things that I notice when people are healing with all the stories in my book is that they're healing because they discover something fabulous and glorious in their lives. Yesterday, I shared a bit about my story. Part of my driver was just that I felt like I had a very full, beautiful life ahead of me and wanted to live it. I also shared Evie McDonald's story of healing from ALS and given just about 6 months to live. And she survived because she decided to learn to love herself. But in the action of learning to love herself, she ended up healing herself. So please listen to yesterday's Facebook Live. It's also saved on YouTube. So you can get a little bit of background here of how the momentum is building for me and the excitement of hearing these stories and seeing this potential of healing when it's not normally expected. The next thing that happened was I was taking a road trip through the middle of the country about 3 summers ago, I would say maybe 4 now. And I was going through all the states that I hadn't been to yet. So after that road trip, I only had one more state to visit that I hadn't gone to yet. That is now complete. It's all 50 states done. But here we go, driving through the middle of the country, quite a big template of where I was going. I went all the way down from California to Texas and then all the way up north to the Dakotas and then cut back through some of the national parks on the way back to Northern California. And I was helping lead some programs for the Ananda community that I was a part of, the spiritual community. I was leading the healing programs on how to achieve glowing health and vitality. And I was also working for the book publishing company. And so I had a few hats to wear, and I was out there to make connections and then, of course, to enjoy my own experience along the way. In Arizona, I made a stop at one of the yoga studios that I thought might have had a boutique where they could sell the books from the publishing company. And I stopped in for a restorative yoga class, which is wonderful to do when you have such a busy travel schedule. And then to my surprise, they had this woman come in with some of these beautiful crystal bowls to play alongside of the restorative yoga and even have us do some toning. Before she started, she shared a story with us, her story. At one point, she was diagnosed with hepatitis C, and her doctor, after trying some treatment and it not working, left her a voicemail saying that she should get her affairs in order. And they expected maybe 6 months to a year left to live. And she didn't know what to think of that, but you just keep moving forward with life as you are in the present and try to make the best of it. There she was at some convention where they were selling, not crystal bowls, they were selling a metal bowl. And she was curious about it, so she picked one up and then stuck the, I don't know what it's called, but the stick that goes around and makes the noise, and starts making that beautiful noise. And then all of a sudden, the sound comes out of her mouth. Just some beautiful noise from her heart. She took the bowl home and just kept playing with it and making those sounds. She calls those sounds toning. She's made more of a practice and a science with this now, but what happens after a few months of doing this toning with the bowl is that she gets re-diagnosed by the doctor as not having hepatitis C anymore. All gone, she can live, everything's fine. So I'm meeting her years later, and now she goes around with all her crystal bowls. She switched to crystal from the metal. It's a little more of a light or heart-centered type of sound than the metal bowl's a little more earth-oriented. So she liked the crystal sound. And she's working with people, and she's seeing that she can work with a group of people, let's say, who have cancer, And every single one of them was completely healing. And one of them ended up having to go into surgery, but as they were doing the surgery, they realized that quite a bit of the cancer was gone by the time that they went to surgery. What sound does is it bypasses the mind and it restructures the physical vibration of our body to what we could say is more of our natural state. And one thing that you can do is, without any bowls if you want, and if you have a space where other people won't hear you or where you won't feel embarrassed by them hearing you, but is just letting out a sound, a natural sound out of your mouth. Ah, or ooh, whatever noises you feel inspired. I feel like sometimes when we let the heart sing as it wants to, that's when we get in touch with our true nature and we penetrate the rest of our being and our body and our mind and our spirit with that vibration of our true nature. Amazing. We can just heal ourselves with something so, so simple. If this was helpful, please like the video, please share it, please comment below and share some of your stories as well. Many, many blessings and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Sing from your heart. Bye-bye.